Good morning and welcome to Tuesday. So just to kickstart some things, I have kind of reorganized the way that where you're going to find the videos. They are actually going to be embedded in your assignments. So if you're watching this, then you found it. Or I might actually post this on the stream as well, just so you have multiple places where you can find the videos. I'm finding that a lot of you guys are not watching the videos and trying the assignments by themselves, which, is cool because you think that you could do the assignments on your own, and that's great. But what's going to hinder you, especially, is the English language arts, because there's a lot of details that I give you verbally that you're not going to understand if you're just trying to do the assignment. Also, you need to be able to get to the readings. If you're having trouble get to the readings, please don't forget to message me on Google Hangouts. If you have not done yesterday's assignment, I would go ahead and pause this video now and go over to yesterday's assignment, because there's a lot of details about how to get to Google Hangouts, how to get to your reading assignments. So that would be my suggestion. Otherwise, if you're on task and did everything from yesterday, then you are ready to go for today. Okay, so office hours are the same as they were yesterday. Even though for the 12 o'clock Google Meet check-in, I had two of you. That was good. And then for the 5:15, I had three of you. So thank you guys for checking in. I appreciate it. Please take the time to come to one of these meetings just to check in with me. Otherwise, office hours, I'm available from 12:45 to 11:30. You can message me on Google Hangouts if you have any questions. Those are good times that I'm going to hopefully get back to you immediately. Designated ELD. This is for Yaneli, Giovanni, Ivan, Mariana, and Valeria. You guys have your own assignment that you should be watching the video for. And then we should be meeting at 1 o'clock. None of you guys showed up. I was all alone. So please come to the meeting so we can discuss whatever the assignment is. Release time. This is the time from 11:30 to 12:02. You can go over, since it's Tuesday, you would go over to Miss Eigel's Google Classroom and see if she has an assignment waiting for you there. These are all the times that I am uploading and doing the videos. And like it says, times may vary based on ability to upload. So sometimes they're a little late. Sometimes I get them in early. It really depends because of the how YouTube works, how fast I can record, how quickly I can upload. So be patient. You shouldn't see anything from me until 10:30 at least. And if you, for instance, if you're a morning person and you say, well, I really want to get my work done from 8 to 10, you could do the day before's assignment. Okay, when it comes to looking at your assignments and grading them, I'll check on you, during my office hours to see if you guys are doing assignments. And during this check-in time is really when I'm checking all of your guys' work to see how you guys are progressing. If I see that there's a lot of you guys that need a lot of help, then on a specific slide, then I'm going to probably talk about that slide. So try and get the work done when you can, because I know all of our schedules are different. Some of you guys have daycare, some of you guys leave later on in the day and would like things earlier in the day. Basically, let's just say everything is due by Sunday. I'm going to say everything is due by Sunday. So that means that if you're working on Monday today, then, or if you're working on today's on Wednesday, then that's fine as long as you have all of these done with by Sunday. Okay, Monday through Friday should be done with by Sunday. Okay, I hope that was clear. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. Okay, so here's your morning wake up, get that oxygen flowing so that way you can get started on your day. So I was talking to Ella Grace and Jernay, and they said that they really like the Flipgrids. So I'm gonna hopefully continue to do Flipgrids for our morning meetings, so that way we're connecting with each other. I only had 2 students though who did Flipgrids yesterday. So even though you guys said that you like the Flipgrids, you guys aren't doing them every day. So make sure that you are doing the Flipgrid every day. It's another way that I check to make sure that you're getting the slides and that you know what to do for your work. This time I actually put the link in. So if you click on this, it'll take you to today's Flipgrid. So today, for Tuesday meeting, I want you to share something you learned from yesterday's videos. So once again, if you have not done yesterday's videos, do yesterday's. Don't continue on. All right, so today for math, I will be able to apply estimation to solve math problems. So you have a math warm-up that you're going to solve mentally as fast as you can. It is a quizzes. Yay, it's quizzes. And cool thing about quizzes is that they are now letting me assign this as homework. This is going to stop on Friday. Everybody has to be done with this quizzes on Friday. So you click on the link, it'll take you to the quizzes, and you only have 10 seconds per problem. It's very fast, but you're supposed to be able to solve these questions mentally. You're going to click on it and you're going to go, wow, this is super easy. So I know you guys can do it. All right, so here's your math message for the day. Mrs. Reyes wants to know about how many tomato plants are in her garden without counting each plant. She counts 10 plants in 1 square yard. Using the diagram below, estimate the number of tomato plants in her entire garden. Explain how you made your estimate. So you're not going to explain on this slide. You're only going to tell me here, how many do you think are here? So this is 1 square yard. This might be 2 square yards. How many more square yards are there? And if there's 10 in each, how much is your total? Okay, so that's what you're doing for this slide. And then for the next slide, you are going to tell me, how did you estimate? What did you do? How many are actually in the garden? So this is actually where you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and count. And then you're going to tell me, was your estimation reasonable and why? Reasonable means that was it close? Was it accurate? Was it a good way to guess? And remember, when it comes to estimation, that it needs to be a number that ends in 0. Okay, you're either rounding to the nearest 10 or the nearest 100. But since we already estimated that this 1 square yard right here has 10, we're only doing by 10s. Okay. Ooh, so I really like this activity, and I'm probably going to exit out and show you guys how to do it. So we're sharing equal shares of cornbread. Drag the shape to the equal squares pile if it shows equal square. Drag the shape to the not equal squares pile if it does not show equal squares. So the way that you do this when you are on yours, whoops, is that you have equal squares, not equal squares, and you have this shape. You're going to click on the shape, and then you're going to drag it to where you think it goes. Equal shares or not equal shares. And so you're looking at the shaded versus the not shaded. So I'm seeing just 1 piece is shaded and 3 pieces are not. So I'm going to say that this is not equal. So I drag it over to the not equal chairs. And then I have another shape. So this one, I have a triangle is shaded. A square is shaded. A triangle is not shaded. And a square is not shaded. That sounds pretty equal to me. So I'm going to drag it over to the equal. And then you have another one. This looks very equal. 3 pieces and 3 pieces. That looks equal. I'm going to drag it over here. So you see that there's a new one that pops up every time. So you drag until there are none left. So let me go back so that way you guys can do that one. All right, and these ones are pretty straightforward. You're going to be using our rules about orders of operations to be able to do these problems. Remember, parentheses first. 3 fish tanks have 9 fish in each. 1 more tank has 5 fish. How many fish are there in all? Circle the equation that fits the story, then solve the story. F is the total number of fish. So first we have to circle which one of these makes the most sense. I forgot to add a circle, so I'm going to need to add a circle. And the way that I do that, if Mrs. Stewart ever misses something like that, you could always add your own shapes. And so let's say I think I'm just going to draw a nice big circle. Make it nice and big for you. Make it transparent so that way you could circle whichever one you think is correct. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, and then you solve at the bottom, how many fish are there in all? Okay. Erin helped her brother with homework. They worked for more than half an hour and finished at 6:50 p.m. Fill in the circles next to the times they could have started. So there are more than one answer among these. Okay, I'm not going to tell you how many answers there are. And I gave you a lot of circles, so it's not a clue as to how many. So you're going to take a circle and drag it to whatever you think the answers are. For this one, we are kind of doing, you guys are solving, right? So 3 times 5 equals what times 3? I want the turnaround rule for that one. Then we have 3 times 6 equals 9 times something. So first I need to figure out what 6 times 3 is. And I know that that number is not only in this fact family, but is also going to be in this fact family. So 9 times equals the same amount, okay? Then we have 45 divided by equals 9. And then we have blank times 4 equals 48 minus 24. Now here's my clue for you. I would do 48 minus 24 first, so that way I know what that is. And then I got to figure out 4 groups of equals that number. Okay. Julie divided this rectangular puppy pen into 2 smaller rectangles. Some of the sides are not labeled. Oh no. How long is the blue side? So if this total is 9 feet, and I know that part of it is 4 feet, how much is the rest? And that's what you're putting in this one. And then how do you know? How do you know that this equals this based on what we know here? And what is the whole area of the puppy pen? So you need to do the area of this 6 foot by 9 foot rectangle. And then you also need to do this 4 foot by foot rectangle and then add them together. So that is it for math. I know it is a lot of work, a lot of different things that you guys are doing in this, but I know you got it, and please ask me any questions if you need to. So this is the end of Tuesday video 1. I will see you in a moment for Tuesday video 2.